Hello, namaste, it's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to share some guidance for Monday and Tuesday. That's Monday the 11th and Tuesday the 12th of November. So I trust you're well. I trust things are flowing wonderfully for you and you're having a happy 11/11 if it's the 11th for you. It is the 11th for me. I'm coming to you live right now from Tasmania, Australia. It is Monday the 11th of November at exactly 12:55 p.m, which is typical. I keep looking at the clock already this month and I'm seeing a lot of synchronized numbers, which is a great sign. To me, it just confirms that everything's on track and that I'm at a powerful time in my life. So I don't know if you've been seeing numbers syncing up, but it certainly is great to be here on the 11th of the 11th. My intention is when I finish this video, I'll let you know that I'll probably be 5 or 10 minutes after I finished, I'll be hosting our 11/11 healing event. So I'll talk more about that towards the end of this video. So if you're watching the recording, it's probably already happened or might be happening now. So extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. If you're new to watching, welcome. So what I'm going to be doing today, I'm not doing any theme for the week ahead. I'm just doing a typical Monday and Tuesday reading today. That's what I felt like I wanted to do. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm using my combined deck of cards here and I'm looking for the best card for Monday, the best card for Tuesday, and then the best card for the theme for Monday and Tuesday. I'm not doing personal requests for guidance here today. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason, and I trust that our paths have crossed for a reason. What that reason is, we can let ourselves be surprised and find out as the connection unfolds. We don't need to have any expectations. We can just let ourselves be surprised as we roll on through this guidance. I don't have a plan at all. I'm just trusting in my intuition and trusting in the cards. So we'll see what comes up. So take on board what feels right, what resonates with you, what fits into your life at this time, and let the rest go. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't really matter. It's not a big deal. So let's get started by looking for the best card for Monday the 11th of November. So Monday the 11th, I'm holding that intention as I shuffle, and in a moment I'll stop shuffling and split the deck and we'll take the top card. So I'm interested in looking for the best card that's the most helpful for the majority of us at this time for Monday the 11th of November. And of course, if it isn't quite Monday yet for you, you can think of this as guidance in advance. So the best card for Monday is this. It's a Speed of Light Oracle. Let me get these together. It's that, and it's this. It's Action Taking the Dolphin. I love this. It's card 10 and it says, move on, horizon, forward and let go. This card reminds us to let the sun set on old parts of our life that aren't working anymore. Those old parts of our life, the parts of our life we've been complaining about or have been becoming increasingly problematic. We may be sensing that this door's preparing to close on this part of our life. And it can be difficult to face that sometimes, especially if it's a big part of our life. But it's important to maybe consider, especially if we have that inkling inside, that sort of feeling within. So we've been encouraged to let the sun set on those old parts of our life now, and that it's okay. We might find that we go through a grieving, mourning sort of phase as we let that stuff go or let that old door close. But what's happening is that the sun wants to rise on the new parts of our life now. The new doors want to open, but they can't open if we're propping open the old doors, or if we're still letting the sun set and the sun setting and the sun setting, and we're not letting it fully set on those parts of our life. It means that that sun can't come up on the new day and rise on the new dawn and bring new things into our life. So the key to this really, if we want to move forward and we want the new things to come in and we want the new doors to open, is we have to perhaps look at what are we keeping open that's old and expired and is not meant to be a part of our life anymore. Which old doors are we trying to prop open with our feet? Which doors do we want to close but at the same time we don't? So we kind of can't decide on whether we want to move on from that and let that go or move into that part of our life again. If we're uncertain, it keeps the door open. So on Monday, we might be inspired to consider what old parts of our life or what parts of our life right now have reached their natural ending. What needs to be closed so that sun can set and we can let that stuff go. And that creates space within ourselves and our life for the new dawn to rise, for the new doors to open. So there's a lot of new that wants to come in, but the key is to letting the old go first, really. So if we've been doing that, then this is a great sign of focusing on the new that's rising up for us and really welcoming these new experiences and these new things into our life. So there's a lot of action in this card, so it shows a lot of activity, a lot of movement on Monday as well. So there's a lot there to think about. This is quite, what would you say, an in-depth, we could say, a little bit complex, the energy of this card. But really, I guess it's quite simple. If we want to step into the new, we need to look at what we're keeping active that doesn't need to be there now. And it may take some honest, looking at these situations honestly. So see how you go. So that's for Monday, the 11th of November. Now on Thursday, that's this Thursday, the 14th of November, I am hosting my first ever 12-hour healing event. It's what I think will be a marathon, a healing marathon. So what has happened is that last week I felt like I wanted to just dedicate a real serious length of time to my healing. So that's what I'm doing on Thursday, and I've opened that up for you to join in with me if you want to. So if you want to be a part of that and experience that healing marathon, then please have a look on my website. You'll find the link there on the homepage at templeofbalance.com.au if you want to register for that. So now I'm looking for the best card for Tuesday, the 12th of November. So Tuesday the 12th, and I trust the best card again will find its way to the top of the deck. And it's this. It's an Animal Kingdom Oracle card. And it's this. It's the flamingos. These always make me laugh, really, because they're quite funny little creatures. The Flamingos, card 40, and it says social gathering. So Tuesday feels that out of all the cards in this deck, what we need to know about is that social energy. So we might, for example, have an opportunity to spend some time with some people or some time out on a social thing, and we may be feeling not that excited about it. But it might be helpful to think about just stepping out of our comfort zone and stepping into that social gathering or that social situation. There's a reason why we might need to consider our social situations or opportunities on Tuesday. So we might have become a little bit too comfortable hiding away, a little bit too comfortable being a bit antisocial. So Tuesday, I mean, that social element for us, for you, may mean just stepping out the door and going to the shops if you've been resisting that lately. And that might be a big social step for you, a big social move, if you like. So it depends how we've been feeling socially lately. And if we know we need to sort of step out a little bit more and maybe get out into the community a bit more, into our family, then this might be a really supportive day on Tuesday to think about and maybe take some action on that social front for Tuesday. So that's the flamingos social gathering for Tuesday. So let's see how that fits in. Thanks for joining me, everyone. It's lovely to see you, and I trust that you're having a good day. So let's look for the theme card now. So the theme card will help bring these days together and help us see the bigger picture for Monday and Tuesday. I will be back very soon after I've finished this live stream, probably 5 minutes later, for the 11/11 healing event. So if you're around and you're inspired to hang around, I will be doing that very, very soon. So the theme card, this brings these days together and helps us see the bigger picture for Monday and Tuesday. So what do we need to know about the theme? We have this card. It's an animal kingdom, and it's a featured timing card. It has further instructions here, which say to take the third card from the top of the deck, which is this. Aha, it's the stag. I love it. Okay, let me put this deck down. We have these two cards that have come up together for the theme for Monday and Tuesday. So they've come up together for a reason. So we're going to first of all look at them separately, and then we'll look at their relationship together. So see what stands out for you here. So we have seasonal cycle, card 54, and it says 3 months. So this talks about the cycles, like the seasonal cycles around that 3-month time period. So we're looking at, it's the 11th of November, so the 11th of December, the 11th of January, the 11th of February approximately. So from now till about the 11th of February is what this card is highlighting. So if you've got something going on now that you're preparing for around that time period, then that will most likely be what that's talking about. And it's just actually made me realise that that's 3 months until our healing retreat, our Tasmania healing retreat, which starts on the 14th of February. So I'm already locking that into my memory, because 3 months is not long before that's starting. So I've got a few things to get organised. So seasonal cycle, and that's linked in with this card. So this card's significant, especially for over this next 3-month period, or something that's occurring in about 3 months' time. This is the stag, card 49, and it says lost, help, guide, path, and discouraged. So this stag feels sad, it feels lost, it feels discouraged. It sort of feels like it's gone off track, it's gone off path, and it may be feeling fed up, it may be feeling disappointed, and just not really caring right now about life. And a lot of us have had this. Some of us have had this quite often, you know, for the most part of most days, feeling this way. Others of us have felt this in waves, up and down. We might have our good days, and we might have our days when we really feel like this. So this is sort of typical when you get a general feeling of the energy at the moment. It has been like this in some ways. A bit discouraging, we're a bit lost, we're feeling a bit fed up with life in many ways. But there is a great positive to this card, because it's showing us that the big problem here is our mind. This card brings highlight to our mind energy, our mental pressures, our worries, our attitudes, the way that we're seeing things or not seeing things. So that distorted energy that we can sometimes have mentally, where we're looking at something or seeing something, but we're seeing it from a distorted viewpoint based on what state of mind we're in. So if we're in a bad mood or a negative mood, we're going to project that and see that in the relationships, the people, the situations around us. So this all ties back to the mind, which is a really valuable thing to know, that our mind is making us think that we've gone off track, that we're lost, that we've done something wrong, that we're not supposed to be here, that we missed a turn on our life's path a while ago and now we regret that. All that stuff is very mental. So mentally, our mind is making us think at the moment that our path is way over there and we've gone off track. But the truth is we haven't. We can't actually. We can't ever be off track. because our path is always under our feet. It's our path. It can't be anywhere else but under our feet. It doesn't matter where we go off. We might walk off into the bush totally off track. We're still following our path. We might walk in our hands and we've still got our path under our feet. The truth is our path is never anywhere but under our feet. So it's our mind that makes us think that our path is way over there and we've just gone totally off track and there's something not right now. So it's about now getting back in charge of our mind and using it now as a support. So asking ourselves the question like, is our mind supporting us right now? Is what I'm thinking supporting where I am in my life? And if it's not, then it might be worth doing something to get back on track mentally so that we can get our mind in alignment with our body that's standing on our path. So it's almost like our body's on our path, but our mind is way over there off it. So I guess in some ways it's accurate that we're off path, but it's our mind. So we need to just bring our mind back into alignment with our body, get back on track mentally so that we can keep going forward in our life. One of the best things to do might be to look at the things that we're grateful for, the things, the people, the moments that we can really appreciate to help get us back into this moment and into the path that we're walking on now. If we don't like the path that we're walking on, then it's up to us to make changes. So just because we're walking on a path and we might be being treated like a doormat, doesn't mean that that has to be the path that we walk. So we can choose, we can make choices and changes to better align our path with our heart and better align our path with where we want to be going. So it doesn't mean we need to tolerate people treating us horribly or tolerate situations in our life that don't make us happy. We have the choice, and if we've got our mind on track with us and in alignment, then we can get on board mentally, emotionally, physically to make the changes that are required. So quite big information coming up, except for Tuesday's social sort of card that's come forward. But lots of information coming up, and it just feels very mental. So this might be a 3-month or a few month sort of plan that we set for ourselves, of getting back on track mentally, of really working out how to get more clarity mentally, how to get into a space mentally where our mind is supporting us moving forward and is supporting where we are in our life. So there's something connected here to a 3-month cycle between now and most likely around the 11th of February. So see how that sits for you and take the information, work with anything that you want to work with to help you get back on track if you feel like you're off track. So I trust that makes sense. Thank you so much for connecting today. I trust something shared has been helpful and supportive. If you have enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you want to connect more privately, please send us a message through our website. Please come back and connect with my videos in the future if you want to. I'm doing several a week, so if you haven't seen any for a while, Facebook may be hiding my videos from your news feed, or if you're watching on YouTube. But you can watch these videos on YouTube mostly, and they are also on my website. So if you want a break from Facebook, these will also be shared onto my website or my YouTube channel. But if you haven't seen any for a while, I'm still here most likely. You may not be seeing my stuff thanks to Facebook. So just keep that in mind if you want to visit the page directly and make sure you're not missing anything. So I've got new pendants. I've just put new pendants up yesterday. Not this one, this is one of my personal ones, but there's some really nice crystal pendants on the website that have just been released. So have a look at those if you're inspired to. We've got the healing event coming up on Thursday if you want to do some serious dedication to your healing. And if you want to learn more about me and the work that I do at Temple of Balance, please visit my website at templeofbalance.com.au. So I am just stopping for 5 minutes and I'll be straight back with our 11:11 healing event. So I might see you shortly. If not, maybe come back, connect with the replay if you want to do that. If not, I trust I will see you soon. So have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Very, very soon. Bye for now. Namaste.